Hey YouTube, it's me. I've thought that, after all these years of doing YouTube, that it would be kind of neat to finally reveal my face. I used to only do below the neck type stuff back when I did Pokemon. One of the reason I wanted to make this video is just to try to give an update on my life and what I've been up to the last several years. I stopped doing YouTube frequently in the beginning of 2011. So back in 2011, I was in 8th grade. I was 13. I was doing YouTube for a couple of years, mostly Pokemon stuff. Sometimes I do RC car things or fireworks, or, just whatever I was interested in. But then in the summer of 2011, I had two major surgeries that put me out of commission for quite a while. Those surgeries were pretty major, like really major. I was in the hospital for like 2 months. It took about an entire year to recover. And even at that point, I still had a ways to go. Like I was underweight and stuff. But during that time, YouTube really wasn't a concern. I did make a few videos. I used my iPad to make those videos. The thing is the surgery kind of changed my body a bit and made certain things more difficult. One of those things that was more difficult was making videos, especially with the camcorder I was using. It was just really hard for me to do, hard for me to do the pack openings I was doing prior to that summer. Didn't want to bother with YouTube since it was physically difficult to do. 2011 goes, I was supposed to be a freshman in high school, but I ended up doing online schooling while I recovered. After that, in 2012, I went back to public high school and did sophomore year at our local high school. Then after that, the next school year, so my junior and senior years in high school, I took classes full-time at the local community college. I graduated from that in 2015 with an associate's degree. During this time, during high school, I made a few YouTube videos, but it was still kind of hard for me to use a camera, and I just wasn't really passionate about it. I know no one really watched my YouTube videos, so I was just like, why bother? Like when I was a kid, I was just making videos for fun. I wasn't really trying to get views. I just would take videos and stuff because I wanted to. But when I got to high school, I kind of changed mentalities and was sort of like, I'm going to try to make videos that I think will get a lot of views, and I try to up my production quality. I wasn't passionate about videos. So yeah, after high school, I ended up going to college, a 4-year school, and I got a bachelor's degree in integrated media, digital art, and technology. It's like a graphic design, multimedia degree. 2017 is when I graduated. After that, I kind of just had some mental health issues with, dealing with not going to school anymore since I graduated and really having nothing to do. Just trying to struggle with finding a job and stuff. But enough about the past. The present. I kind of want to get back into making YouTube videos just for something to do. Especially during this pandemic, maybe it'd be fun to make vlogs and just videos of new and interesting things around where I live. What are my hobbies these days? I know back when I was quite active on YouTube, I did a lot of Pokemon stuff, especially the trading card game, remote control cars, and fireworks. So, let's talk about Pokemon. I'm not really into Pokemon like I used to be. I stopped playing the card game around 2015. I stopped collecting around then as well. So I've been out of the trading card game for a long time. Really the only thing Pokemon-wise I'm still current with is Pokemon Go. I play a lot of Pokemon Go. I really enjoy Pokemon Go. I also, occasionally collect Pokemon merchandise. I like the world of Pokemon. I never really liked the main series games, and the trading card game is fun, but it's just I'm not into it anymore, and not to mention it's expensive, and I was never really good at like competitive play. I was more of a collector. Pokemon wise, I'll buy the occasional figure or plushie or stuff like that. Various Poke merch. My favorite Pokemon are Sylveon, Snorlax, and Braixen. So I'll get merch of those. But other than that, not really into Pokemon. I don't know if I'd be fair to call myself a Pokemon fan. I like it, but I'm not a super fan anymore. Remote control cars. Not doing that anymore either. Not because I necessarily got bored of it, but because it got physically hard for me to do. After that surgery I mentioned, it was just my hands didn't work like they used to, so I wasn't able to use the radios to control the cars as easily anymore, and so instead of pursuing a frustrating hobby, I just decided to abandon it, essentially. I had my fun with it. I was into that for many years. Have a lot of great memories with it. I still have all my stuff. I have, all my old cars, parts. I did briefly get into drones during the whole drone craze. I actually tried to sell my drone this year. I didn't get any bites, but, it was fun. I kind of got into it for the fad. But again, just RC stuff isn't for me. I don't know if it's evident from this video, but part of my surgery kind of fused my head to my spine, so I can't turn my head. I look straight and straight only. Things that, where you sit stationary and control something that moves isn't really my thing anymore. It's just too physically hard to do for me, comfortably at least. So no more RC stuff. Fireworks. I still love fireworks. I would still consider myself a pyrotechnic fanatic. Last year, I went to Phantom Fireworks and spent $1,000 and bought a ton of fireworks and had a big old show for the 4th of July, or it wasn't the 4th of July. We had a party later in the summer. It was a lot of fun, so I'm still into fireworks. I don't film them as often anymore. I don't really do anything interesting with fireworks like I used to. I just, use them as is, and I don't think that's that interesting to share. But yeah, fireworks are still fun. New hobbies, which, if you've seen, I've posted occasional videos over the years, but not like I used to. So besides the drone stuff, for the last 4 years I've really been into vintage computers and vintage tech in general. Started with an Indigo iMac G3 that I bought in like December of 2016. That next spring of 2017, I really liked that iMac, so I was like, I'm gonna look on Craigslist and see if I could find any other old Apple computers. And I did, and I found computer after computer, and I amassed this huge collection, a really big collection of computers, which you can see in my collection video. That's probably been my biggest hobby. I also, video games. I know I made some video game videos. I still play video games all the time. My biggest platforms these days are PC and the Switch. I've kind of abandoned the PS4. I'm not a console guy anymore. I still have a PS4 for the exclusives, but other than that, not really jiving with the PS4. I'm not even subscribed to PlayStation Plus, so I don't, there's no online for it. So it's just PC and Switch pretty much. I'm a big geek, nerd, dork, whatever you want to call it. I'm part of the big three fandoms, as I like to say. A weeaboo, a furry, and a brony. So that's me. I'm all three. The Holy Trinity biatches. Some people find that cool, some people don't. That's just who I am. So, I take part in those various fandoms. Anime conventions have been something I've been into for the past, 7 years. I've been going to anime conventions, so that's been a lot of fun. It's a good time with friends and just being around people that have the same interests as you. I like going out places, stores, museums. Not so much these days because of the dumb pandemic, but pre-pandemic, I like doing that sort of stuff, hanging out with friends. Yeah, I thought about writing like a script, sort of, or even like just talking points for this video, but I just wanted to make a video, and I did it, just rambling, whatever came to my mind. I sort of thought of stuff I wanted to talk about beforehand, but other than that, this is kind of all on the fly. I do have a new camera set up. I have a Sony Handycam. I believe this is the CX405 or 450. I've got the fancy Sony tripod with the fancy remote, so I have the camera pointed at me and I could control it with the remote. Really just like zoom functionality and stuff. Ooh. Yes. This will be kind of funny. Back when I did YouTube, people would always make fun of my voice, and people would always make fun of my hands. So, much to look, guys, my hands are still weird. Isn't that fascinating? This is my left hand. This is my weird hand. A claw. And then my right hand, I still have the disabled fingers, but that's my better hand. So my hands, sort of the reason why I can't do certain things anymore, like RC car stuff, and droolerdork finally uploaded a video showing my face. I joined YouTube in 2008 when I was in 5th grade. I'm now 23 years old, graduated from college. I think back on like a lot of my old videos and how I make promises of like, oh, this firework video is going to come next, or whatever, or I'm going to do a review of this. So I'm not going to promise anything. This might be the only vlog I do. I don't want it to be the only vlog I do, but I don't know, and I don't want to make promises or say things that I cannot fulfill. This is vlog number 1. Will there be a vlog number 2? I don't know. Is anybody going to watch this? Probably not, because I'm looking at the time right now, 20 minutes. I'm going to edit it down a little bit, but that's still a long video. And no, I'm not going to change my channel name, even though I made it when, I was in 5th grade. It's still going to be droolerdork. I'm droolerdork, and always will be, so droolerdork, signing off.